all this here, there's silicone on my nose to make my nose look fatter, like this. All this silicone, all of it from my nose to the side of my face, it's all covered in silicone. All of it. Every single piece of it's covered in silicone. And it's drifted to my nose, as I've said before, when I went to Dr. Ahmed about the silicone weeping out of my nose, he cauterized it. This is the left side of my nose. He cauterized the silicone. You can still see the indentation where he did it. He froze it with liquid nitrogen to stop it from weeping. He did it a couple of times because it was still weeping after he did it the first time. He told me he did that because he claimed that the silicone weeping from my nose was evidence of skin cancer. So this is what an Australian registered doctor did. So I'm pretty sure it's him that's put the silicone in. So you can see the silicone around my nose. It makes my nose fatter. So my nose is fatter. My nose is longer. Right? And that's one thing I used to do a lot, was push my nose up and look like a piggy in the mirror. Just for fun. But you can feel the difference in there. That's all silicone, right? If that was the tip of my nose, that you do it to your own frigging nose. See how it hurts. It's the same with the muscles in my arms. I diverge slightly. The muscle in my arm. So I don't know if this is seen. So I clench the muscle in my arm. And if that was muscle, that would hurt, right? It doesn't hurt because that's not muscle. That's fucking silicone over the muscle. See? That's all bloody silicone over the muscle. If that were real muscle, and I did that, that would hurt. It's not fucking silicone. I've never been fat to have excess skin. Never been fat. I've been no heavier than I am now. So with this silicone, I'm obviously lighter in reality than I am now, because silicone makes me heavier. So I've got this silicone everywhere. So it's in my cheeks, from my nose, right up here, all of this, because I have noticed the difference wearing glasses. It hurts like shit, and I end up with huge indents at the side of my head from wearing glasses. So that's all obviously silicone there, and that's all silicone there. So they give me, that's the bone under there, and they give me silicone here. That's all bloody fucking silicone. Silicone, silicone, silicone from my nose right across, silicone on the tip of my nose. And there is something on my forehead, a thin sheet of something over my forehead. So it's probably got silicone in it as well. So I'm completely different. So who would change me? Who would change my visual appearance so I look different to me? Well, that would only be someone who's already stolen my original identity, as in Lynette Styles and her family, who stole my identity to be her replacement for her decision to be the murdered child Leanne Walters when she was in her 40s. So they've stolen my identity to take her place, and they've tried to make me look like her when she was a teenager. That's why they've tried to make my face rounder. And that's why in the 2002 photo, whatever it is, at New Year's Eve, when I went to Sydney with my children, the photo in the last video, that's why I look more like my sister, who I never looked anything like before. My closest age sister, who looks more like our father's side of the family. I look more like the mother's side of the family, like my older sister. And now I look like their older sister when I'm their younger sister. Only someone that wants to say, we own you, we're going to change you. just like throwing acid in someone's face.